What up, you little chicken nuggets? It's me, Carl, and Paco. So with fall right around the corner, I figured it's about time that we get Paco a nice fall outfit. So today we're starting a new segment called Carll and Paco Go Places, Thrift Store Edition. So let's go to the thrift store. So we're on our way to the thrift store, and if you're wondering why I'm driving this fancy vehicle, it's because I borrowed it. I don't own a fancy vehicle. I actually don't own a vehicle at all. Technically, I don't have my license, so. Hey, how do you work the audio in this thing? It's kind of loud, don't you think? All right, we made it to our favorite thrift store, the Goodwill. So we're gonna go find Paco an outfit. Cue the 80s theme changing room montage. Man, Paco, I think we look pretty presidential. It's a pretty sweet helmet, man. The RF200. Yeah. You feel that? We'll get it.
Hey Spring Home students, I hope you were able to check out yesterday's video for the at-home activity. Get those videos submitted to Evan by Tuesday of next week. All right, next on the agenda is Speed the Light. We only have a week left, Wednesday, to get that money in to be able to dye Evan's hair. So get those in, do extra chores, do anything around the house to get some money in so we can dye Evan's hair. I'm so excited. All right, we're gonna do a quick game before the Devo tonight. Tonight's game is Find the Pin. Is it gonna be under cup 1, cup 2, or cup 3? It's under cup 2 right now. All right, let's speed things up a bit. All right, cup 1, cup 2, or cup 3. I'll give you a few seconds to pick out your answers. All right, you guys ready? Cup 1, wrong. Cup 2, it is under cup 3. I hope you guys lost. All right, let's check out Pastor Evan's Devo.
Hey guys, I want to do this quick devotional for you guys. This is our 5th video devotional. I thank you guys for watching these and staying connected. But tonight I want to talk to you guys really quickly, very briefly about priorities. And I know that's something you probably not want to talk about, you not want to think about priorities, because you know I'm going to tell you your priorities aren't in the right place. But I want us to think about these things. I want you to think about, where are your priorities? What are the things that you value, the things that are important to you in your life? Where is your heart at? And I want to talk to you about that really quick in our scripture tonight. I'm going to read it real quick. Matthew 6:19 through 21. It says, "Do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth, where moth and rust destroy and where thieves break in and steal, but store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust destroys and where thieves do not break in or steal. For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." And as people, as human beings, typically our natural inclination is to treasure things on earth. We treasure the things we have. We treasure just earthly things. And as teenagers, some of the things you might be treasuring right now, you might value, and the things that are most important to you might be video games or boyfriends or girlfriends or just your friends in general. Some of you guys are 15, 16 years old, and your biggest priority is getting your driver's license. That's the most important thing to you right now. And none of these things are bad by themselves, but when they become more important to us than our relationship with Jesus and our relationship with God, that's when these things become a problem. So as Christians, it's important for us to evaluate where our priorities are, what are the things that we value, and are those things more important to us than Jesus, more important to us than God? And it's important for us to focus on the right things. I had Chi Alpha pastor, he spoke into my life. Oftentimes he would say, let's make the first things first, or let's make the most important things first in our lives. And he did an illustration, and I'll never forget it. He had like a Tupperware container where you put rocks and big rocks, small rocks, and things, and sand and different things in this container, and you try to put the sand in first, and then you try to put the rocks in. You can't do that because the sand will get in the way of the rocks, and you can't close the container. But when you put the most important things, you put the rocks in, and then you put the smaller rocks, and you put the big rocks in first, the smaller rocks, and then you try to put the sand in it all fits in there correctly. So in our lives, if we put the right things first, we put the most important things first in our lives, those things, all the other things will fit into place around the most important thing. So the most important thing is your relationship with Jesus. So if you put your relationship with Jesus first in your life, everything else that you value, everything else that's important to you will fit into place around that. And I think that's important. When I was a kid, I can remember probably like 8 or 9 years old, the most important thing to me was my Nintendo 64. And I remember playing Super Mario 64 all the time. And I remember when I wasn't playing it, when I was not at my house or just not playing it, all I could think about was that game. I would hear the music in my head all the time when I'm not playing it. I remember sitting in school and I specifically remember sitting in church, sitting in the pews, listening to the pastor preach, and just thinking about, I want to go home and play this game. And I remember that was the most important thing. That was the thing I prioritized more than anything. And that really wasn't healthy. It wasn't good. Oftentimes, as Christians, teenagers, you're thinking about the number one thing in your life. You might be thinking about getting a four-wheeler. You might be thinking about, I'm going to go home and play Warzone or Fortnite or whatever it is. Those are the most important things to you. And what I want to challenge you guys to do is make God the most important thing in your life. Make Him the most important thing, because He is so valuable, and I think everything else that's important to you will fit around that. So if you seek God first, we read that scripture last week, if you seek God first, everything else will be added to you. Everything else will work out. So oftentimes I think our problem is we don't realize that these things are more important to us than God. We don't understand, and we don't recognize, we maybe just aren't aware of it because we're not really looking into our priorities. We're not evaluating where our priorities are. So I want to challenge you guys to be evaluating your priorities. You need to sometimes be asking yourself, just look into your heart, be intentional about looking at your priorities. Make a list of your priorities. You need to be just checking in with yourself. Maybe just interview yourself and think about, what are your priorities?
Do a little bit of yours.
Right. A little bit. Well, that's okay.
I think you're an excellent interviewer. Where are you from? A great question. Berlin. What? No. I think that you are the most fascinating character within this setup.
Not me.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh man, that's absolutely true. Oh no, I believe you. And I want to say, you're so cool. Oh, is that weird to say? I don't know. I don't know. I just don't think there's anybody better.
Really? You got it.
You got it. Hey, thank you. Look at us. Hey, look at us. Look at us. Huh? Look at us. Say it again. Look at us.
So take some time to interview yourself. Ask yourself some questions. Ask yourself, what is it that you value, that you treasure? Make a list of the things that are most important to you, the things that you think about more than anything. What do you sometimes value and treasure over your relationship with God? Think about that. How can you rearrange your priorities so that your relationship with God is first? So I want you to think through these questions. Think through what's important to you. What is the most important thing in your life? And if it's not Jesus, I want you to reevaluate and maybe rearrange some things in your life so that He is the most important thing in your life. So I love you guys. I want to challenge you with that today. If you guys need prayers like any other time, you can message me. You can leave a prayer request on our website, the homepage, springhillchristiancenter.com. Just scroll down, leave a prayer request. I want to challenge you guys to continue to be sending in videos of your nasty food that you're doing. I got a couple last night. They were pretty funny. They were really funny to watch you guys make these things. You guys got pretty creative, and I would not ever eat some of those things. So that's awesome. Keep sending those in. Speed the Light. Continue to be giving to Speed the Light. Pour into God's kingdom, and I promise you will not regret it. I love you guys. I'm so proud of what you guys are doing for Speed the Light and what you're doing. Keep up the hard work. Love you guys. I'll see you soon.